Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in Rush War. You all know the drill. I'm going to feature my 6 war flags with commentary. I did not do the last 2 wars because I was on vacation and kind of just had to get my hits in quickly and wasn't even really able to post them without the commentary, so I apologize for not having my last 2 wars, but we are back. And before I get started, let's take a look at my war defense that I chose for this time around. I do have Bernadette, so I did put her in at the tank position. I recently double limit broke Sung Jiang, so I've got him at the flank with Lime Boyer, and then I've got Astrid and Tamlin on the wings. I wanted heroes on the flanks that had the ability to alter mana or silence or do something like that, so that when people tried to avoid Bernadette, they had a higher chance of getting activated before the opponent. So that's why I've got them at the flank, and then I've got Astrid, our reviver and healer, on the left wing, and Tamlin over on the right wing. All right, without further ado, let's get into my 6 war flags. With my first flag, we're going to bring 4 different colors of counters against Bernadette. I've got Bernadette herself, Starlass, who gives damage and reduces mana for 3 when their mana is full, Medea for the Shifting Miles attack, and then I've got Lord Loki, who will copy somebody special, of course. Ideally, that is likely going to be Bernadette. And then I've got Dia-Chan as a healer. I do need to switch the troop over here real quick, though, so that the defensive troop is on Dia-Chan. And let's see how this first flag here goes. All right, we've got a red diamond to start. I actually hate that. Whenever I have a diamond, I always feel like it creates bad cascades and screws me. So, I'm going to hold off on matching that. Let's match the 3 purples. Actually, you know what? Let's match the 3 blues all the way on the left first. I think I can get 6 reds. Actually, we could just get 6 blues right away. And not have to worry about any crazy cascades. There could be a cascade if there's a red in the middle spot there. And there was. Please no more cascading. Thank you. And we are going to need to get through one more turn for the taunt for Li Q. We should be okay if I just match those 3 purple tiles up against Li Q. Yeah, I think that's the safest bet. All right. We got through the taunt, and now we can copy Bernadette special. That is the ideal scenario. I purposely avoided that red diamond at the start. The 5 tiles was not going to be enough to get me Bernadette. I would have had to have hit the red diamond, and the chances of there being some sort of cascade either when I matched that red diamond or when I hit the red diamond was highly likely. So that is why I avoided it, and I am glad that I did. All right, now I am going to match the 3 red tiles on the left up against whoever that purple hero is. We'll let Bernadette simmer for one more turn, or we could get a purple cascade and set her off. And she did come out of the painting, of course. Let's use Dia-Chan. I'm going to use Medea on Bernadette, I think. Yeah. And then I'm going to hold on to my Bernadette until after a couple more people come out of these paintings, especially Astrid. Let's match the 3 green tiles up against Sung Jiang. It's going to give me Starlass. I'm going to hit the 3 on the left with Starlass. And let's match the 4 blue tiles up against whoever that purple hero is. Still holding on to Bernadette because I don't need to use her yet. Now Bernie and whoever that was is dead. Perfect. You know what? I can use Bernadette now because I'm going to ghost 3 red tiles, which is going to give me her right back. And let's just see if we can kill off Astrid over there. Actually, I might be able to just kill her with hitting the blue dragon. Let's see what kind of mana that gives her. Not enough to make it full to get that extra damage, unfortunately. All right, let's use Diachan and Medea on Astrid. And then I don't want to copy anybody special with Lord Loki yet, because that's gonna, I guess I could have, because I just ghosted 3 blue tiles, but actually hoping Song Jian comes out of the painting, which he did. Now I can copy that. And let's use Bernadette now. Let's see if these blue tiles end up killing off Astrid. Not quite. Alright, Astrid is now dead. Perfect. And we should be able to kill the 2 over here with Starlass and Medea. And we are 1 for 1 to start off this war. With my second flag, we're going to go up against another Bernadette tank team. They've also got Astrid, Tamlin, Hreidmar, and Hogni. I've got the same exact 3 heroes on the right, except Medea is only single limit broken as the last battle. And then I've also got Ceres, which replaces Bernadette as my red counter. And then I've got Salnus as a silencer. So I've got 4 different colors of counters again against Bernadette. And then Ceres will have actually a bigger impact because of the withering effect that he gives also. Let's see how the second flag goes. All right, so I need 6 reds, 6 blues, 6 purples, or 6 yellows. Not looking great, unfortunately, to start. I'd like to stay away from Bernadette if I can. Let's start off with the 3 greens all the way on the left. Actually, I might be able to get my reds pretty early. If I do that, I've actually got options for yellows now too. Let's match the reds and yellows over here. Nice cascading. No more cascading after the reds though, please. Thank you. I actually need Bernadette's mana to be a little bit more. I think I might match the 3 blues in the middle, or the ones on the right, between the 1 tile and then the mana at the end of her next turn. That should be enough to get her. Actually, you know what? I could just hit her with the main part of Salnus. That way, she's definitely silenced. Now I don't have to worry about if there's any kind of cascading. And both hits went to her. Okay, I'll take that. Let's match the 3 blues now. Okay. Now, let's use Ceres on Bernadette. That should hit a few more people, 4 more people. All right, Bernadette is dead. Perfect. Now, let's match the 3 reds on the left, and then I can match the 3 reds on the right and get Ceres right back. I'm going to wait to use him, though. Let's ghost the 3 yellows at the middle, which will give me Salnus. And let's hit Hogni with Salnus. That way he is silenced. Or actually, I'm going to silence him in a moment. With Ceres anyway. Let's match the 3 blues up against Hreidmar so I can get Lord Loki special. Let's copy Tamlin. And then I'm going to hit all 3 of them with Ceres right now and silence them back. And Tamlin's dead. Perfect. Let's ghost these 3 purples over here. I don't think I've matched any purple tiles this whole battle. And now we've got Medea and Dia-chan. Let's ghost these 3 red tiles, which will give me Ceres back. And that battle went extremely smooth. All right, we are 2 for 2. With my third flag, we're going to go up against another Bernadette tank team. They've also got Mother Lemminkainen, they've got Lily, they've got Gongoth and Lee Q. I've technically only got 2 colors of counters on this team, with Von Rothbert with the dancing effect, and then also Sludgus with her dancing effect. But if I get 6 blues before Bernadette goes off, then she's pretty much dead because of the extra damage that Richard and Magni do to red. And then I've got Grimsteel for the attack and defense growth. So the plan is definitely to take out the 3 on the left first because of the Reviver, and I won't have to worry about Von Rothbert's dancing going away, or Sludgus's for that matter, because there's no bards on this team. Let's see how this third flag goes. All right, so 3 purples, or rather 6 purples, 6 yellows, or 6 blues. I can definitely get my yellows. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I could try to do the purples, but with Lee Q having the taunt for 3 turns, I think I would rather take the safe bet with the yellows. I really want to match those 3 blues on the bottom, but I know that's not smart, so we are going to not do that. And I'm going to match the yellows horizontally up top because I don't want to put too many tiles toward Lee Q, because if he goes off again, if there's a purple underneath that tile all the way on the right, then I could be kind of screwed. And it could already happen, but we are going to try it. Of course there's a purple. Less of an impact because I didn't throw so many tiles up against him, so that's good. So we've got Sludgus. We can actually just use her right now. Or do I want to wait a turn? No, let's use Sludgus now, because now I'm going to match the 3 purples. Let's match them on the bottom, I think. Yeah. No cascading, please. Thank you. Taunt is going away now, and let's use the dancing on Bernadette. Now, I am going to throw some tiles her way. Let's match the 3 blues, setting off that cascade of reds. Do a little tile dumping, since I can. And now let's match the 3 greens, setting off that cascade of blues, which is going to give me my blue tiles. That's going to be awesome. Perfect. No more cascading, please. I don't want Lee Q going off. Thank you. All right. Everybody is silenced now. Also, let's use Grimsteel first, of course. And then we got to kill off the Mother Lemminkainen before she has an opportunity to revive anybody. All right. She'll die from that 1700 damage she gets when the dancing ends. Now, I wish I had some reds or some yellows. Let's, do I want to match the 3 blues? I don't think I want, yeah, let's do it. Now, I want to do a little tile dumping to see if I can get some blue tiles. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to match the 5 reds. That's going to keep that 1 purple tile there to give me a cascade of purples, which will give me Von Rothbert back. Perfect. Now, who do I want to kill? Or let's use Sludgus first. I can kill Gongoth or Lily. Is that who that is? Yeah. Decisions. I think I want to kill Gongoth because I don't want to have to deal with the Wither effect. I've got the dancing. Oh, yeah, and what's his name? Gongoth never misses. He has one of those, yeah. So he would have not missed the dancing or got any damage from that. Whereas Lee Q and Lily have a chance to get some extra damage. All right, now let's hit the red diamond, do some tile dumping. Give me some blues. Nice. And she's dead from the dancing, and Lee Q's probably going to be dead from the dancing also. Not quite, but this should definitely kill him. All right, and we are 3 for 3 of this Rush War so far. With my 4th flag, we're going to go up against this Song Jiang tank team. They've also got Gardared, Gurian, Chunky Roy, and Lee Q. I've got all Astral Dwarves and Woodland Fawns who will have a 100% chance to resist the Moth Dust, and they will actually gain mana every time a Moth Dust is attempted on them. I've got Bramble as a healer and cleanser, and then I've got Orker as my other healer and gives attack growth, and then I've got Peregrine as a strong attack 3-hitter, Tamlin and Vard both as very strong attack all hitters, and Vard gives the withering effect for both attack and defense. Let's see how this 4th flag goes. That's a lot of red tiles that I don't have. All right. I am gonna match the 4 reds in the middle so that I can match the 3 purples on the right. I'm trying to make use of those purple tiles on the top right. Now, let's match the 3 blue so that I can get the 3 purples that I need for Tamlin and Vard. Hopefully they don't both get silenced right now. And neither of them did. Awesome. Tamlin actually resisted it. And let's use Tamlin first. And then let's use Vard. Now, I'm going to match these 4 blues so that I can get Orker. And his special, let's use him. And then I'm going to match these 3 greens, which I have silence on both of my greens, but at least it'll give them enough mana for their specials when the silence wears off. How many more turns is that? 2 more turns. Lee Q's about to go off. Gardared's going off right now. Let's match this purple diamond with all the other stuff. Everybody stay alive, please. It's a lot of specials in a row. This is not looking good, because Lee Q is about to go off too. Oh, he's silenced. Never mind. Whew. Bramble is silenced for 1 more turn. Thank God. All right, let's hit this red dragon, I think. Actually, yeah, let's hit the red dragon. That will give me Vard also. And Bramble's going to be able to heal the next turn anyway. Everybody stay alive. Thank you. All right, let's use Bramble. That will safely cleanse everybody. Now let's use Vard. And then Tamlin. And let's see who's left. Let's hit the 3 on the right with Peregrine. And they're all dead. Awesome. All right. Let's hit this purple diamond. That will give me my purple specials back. And we should be able to end this battle right now, I think. Let's use Orca first for the growth. And Gurian is going into his ghost form. That was a big cascade. Nice cascade with the purples, and Gurion is dead, and we are 4 for 4 now. Got a little dicey there in the middle, but I'll take it. With my 5th flag, we're going to bring 4 blues against this Bhima tank team. They've also got Astrid, Lauhi, Grendel's mother, and Sable. I've got my own Sable as a reviver and partial healer and cleanser. I've got Cleopatra as my primary healer. And then I've got 3 strong attacking 3 blues with my Ascension Mimic, Hogni, and Song Jiang. Let's see how this 5th flag goes. Nice board to start. I will certainly take that. All right, let's see how we can maximize this. I was going to see if I could create some sort of blue diamond or dragon, but not seeing anything obvious, and I don't want Bhima going off if we can avoid it. So let's start off with the 3 blues all the way on the left. I'm going to hit them horizontally. Of course, there's a cascade of reds. And it is going to force Bhima to go off, unfortunately. Bhima deals 410% to the target nearby enemies. Has that growth boon effect. And target nearby enemies get minus 50% accuracy for 3 turns. And actually, that was not enough to set him off. Awesome. Okay, let's use Song Jiang first over the 3 on the left. I can't use ailments on Sable, so it makes more sense to attack the 3 on the left. Now let's use my Ascension Mimic. Not enough to kill them, but the bleed damage should kill Astrid. Now, let's use Sable. I'm going to match these greens, see if I can get a blue. Alright, Lauhi is dead, and Astrid will be dead momentarily. Let's match these yellows and let the bleed damage kill Astrid. I've actually got blues I can ghost. That's awesome. And do I want to wait for Sable to come out of the ghost form? I don't think I do. That's going to set up Grendel's mother. Is it? Nah, it did not. Awesome. Okay. Hogni did not get a special because of the mana generation ailment that he has. How many more turns does no ailments? 1 more turn. Grendel's mother deals 410% damage to all enemies, gives the curse damage to the source of ailments, gives plus 60% damage from status ailments for 5 turns, and minus 60% for all healing for 5 turns. Okay, so we can hold off on our specials. I am going to hit the purple diamond, I think. Yeah. Alright, now let's use the 2 over here. Hopefully Sable's Cleric class doesn't block the silence. Perfect. Now let's match these 3 greens, see if I can get a blue somewhere. No green. Let's match the 3 reds, see if I get a green somewhere or blue somewhere. Nope. Tons of greens. Alright, that'll do. Grendel's mother is dead from the bleed damage, and Sable is about to die from all my blue specials. Awesome. We are 5 for 5, 1 flag left. With my last flag, we're going to go up against this Region Tank team. They've also got Astrid, Tamlin, Vard, and Satin Pimenter. I've got Astrid as my primary healer and reviver. I've got 3 very strong slow red attackers with Isidore, Aslar, and Kagan. And then I've also got Revenant as a healer and reflector. Let's see how this last flag goes. I am going to start off with the 3 reds on the bottom. And then I'm going to match these 3 yellows. And then the reds up against Satin Pimenter the next turn. And that will give me all of my red specials right away. Don't set off region, thank you. All right, let's use Revna first. And then I'm going to use Kagan on the 3 on the left. Should have brought the glass version. And the Superior Pierce worked anyway. And now let's use Aslar. See what's left for everybody. Now we're going to use the main version of, or the main part of Isidore on Astrid, obviously. That way we can try to get rid of the Reviver and Healer quickly if we can. And she's dead. Tamlin's dead. Awesome. Let's match these 4 yellows so that I can get Astrid. I am gonna hold on to Astrid for a turn, maybe. They've got all sorts of dispellers, so Revna actually was not the best of choices. Let's wait to use Astrid because Satin Pimenter is gonna dispel 3. I'm going to hit this yellow dragon, see if I can get a red somewhere. I did not, but I can move up that 1 red tile. Just don't kill Isidore, thank you. Vard is going to go off, which is unfortunate. At least 3 of my allies will reflect back. But Isidore is going to be dead, but we should still be okay, I think. All right, let's use Revna first, and then I'm going to use Kagan and Aslar, and we'll see who's left. Of course, Region evaded the other attack, but not that one, and we finished 6 for 6 this war. I took on 3 Bernadette tanks. Very happy with how all 3 of those matches went, especially that first one where I decided to not match a diamond that would have helped me with the colors that I had that first battle, but I had a very bad feeling that it was going to either create a cascade that turn or when I hit the diamond, so I did not play that match perfectly. Won 3 Bernadette battles and then 3 other battles against other tanks. Last Rush War, if any of you remember that watch my war hits regularly, that was the worst war cycle I have ever had in my life. I think I only won 1 match each of those war battles for both of that midweek and the weekend war. Both of them were terrible. So to come out with this 6 for 6, very happy with how this war went. And as you can see right now, we've got 5161 points with 35 flags left. They've got 3015 with 93 flags left. So way too early to decide how this war is going to go. And it's Rush War, so you never know. Let me know how your Rush War went, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.